Hey, so this past weekend was the 2019 NFL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. And Saturday night after work, my wife Sarah and I had gone out to eat, and I caught the tail end of the ceremony, the coverage of the ceremony on the big screen. And I couldn't read what was being said, but there was a guy on the screen talking. He was the last inductee. His name was Tony Gonzalez. And I was reading the closed caption, and I was able to read enough between eating and talking that it intrigued me to wake up the next day and jump on YouTube and watch the entire speech. And I watched it a couple times, and the words that he spoke and the manner in which he delivered them was powerful, man. It was super powerful, and the struggles that he had overcome to get to where he was in his career spoke to me. It spoke to me huge, and it's pushed me to the point right now um, to address an issue that's been long overlooked, and um, up until now, I have been worried and scared about what other people in my occupation would think of me and what the critics are going to say. But here's the bottom line, I'm a tattoo artist, and I've been tattooing as a career for about 12 years now. And in that 12 years, tattoos have become super popular. It's all over television, it's in sports entertainment, um, it's all in pro sports, NFL, basketball. It's in Hollywood. It's on pop stars are covered in tattoos, you know, and I'm blown away right now because there's tattoo artists that are making bank off their product lines and off their brands, and they're becoming household names. And I have not seen one of those tattoo artists come forward and use their platform to tackle the issue of the sale of our tattoo equipment online on e-commerce sites and magazines to pretty much everybody and anybody right now. So me as a parent of a teenager, in today's day and age where every kid has a cell phone and the majority of them have resources to make online purchases, that concerns me. It concerns me a lot. If you're a parent, it should concern you too. When I go to my kids' school functions, the sporting events and award shows, and I see kids as young as in middle school with tattoos, really, really bad tattoos, and then I find out that some of them have got their tattoos by equipment that they've acquired online or from their friends or off the internet through through um, through ads. It really pisses me off. It's tough raising a kid today in today's society. Kids have enough to worry about, about their studies, the peer pressure, boys and girls, how they're going to fit in, social media. Kids don't have the mental foresight to understand the consequences of their actions, when they do stupid stuff. That's what gets them into trouble so much. Y'all know Dr. Phil. He talks about, the human brain not being fully developed until you're in your 20s, and that's man, that's scientific. There's scientific evidence on that. This dude, Mr. Gonzalez, he said he read a lot of books in his pro career, and he learned a lot from books. And I've learned a thing or two when in the big book. It's children are a gift from God. They're a reward, and train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. So I'm not against tattoos. I'm far from it. It's what supports my family. It's what supports my lifestyle. But you know, success looks different to people on different levels. Mr. Gonzalez had said that too. I'm telling you, man, this dude, he spoke words that I had thought that never put him to use. My wife Sarah and I, we measure success by the amount of people that we impact positively. So I tattoo a lot of service members and vets, and I take pride in that success. It makes me feel good. Um, Comparison is the thief of joy. That's a big phrase that Tony Gonzalez said last night. And for too long, I've compared myself to other tattoo artists and what I might be thought of if I talk about certain things in our industry. And it's stressful as hell. I'm really confident in my abilities as a tattoo artist to talk about this now. Um, and I thought I'd do something really, really bold and and ask for a plea of help, to send a message to Amazon and eBay, to stop the sales of these tattoo kits, tattoo equipment, pigments, needles on their websites for starters. I really doubt that they need the income from merchant fees that they generate to justify even one bad tattoo that gets placed on an adolescent from somebody that has no idea what the hell they're doing with the machines or with the equipment. The amount of barriers that gets placed on a kid um, from that, it's crazy. And so, how does this affect me? If you're asking that, well, hopefully it hasn't affected you and your kid's on a good path. But it's happening here in my town, and I bet it's happening elsewhere. Just jump on Craigslist and you'll see the ads for cheap tattoos. um, there's a guy named Gary Vee online. A lot of people know him, a lot of people talk about him, a lot of people don't like him, but he stresses to scale the unscalable, you know. And this problem is so far out of control. The only way to get traction on it is to ask for help. Y'all heard the phrase "it takes a village," and it's true, man. It takes all of us to look out for all of our kids. Um, Tattoo artists and tattoo supply companies, they're making really positive moves in Washington D.C. Um, with coalitions that are being formed, about to make tattoo regulations stricter and make our industry better. And this issue, I feel, has been ignored or bypassed or neglected for too long. Um, at the end of Tony Gonzalez's speech, he spoke directly to his kids. And one of the last things he said was, "We are all in this together." Well, we're all in what? The game of life, man. Um, Kids are the most important players in the game of life. They're the future. And if we ain't bringing them up right, if we're not looking out for them, then who is? We are all in this together. Parents, teachers, pastors, coaches, politicians, tattoo artists, studio owners. Let's make a difference, man. Let's do something big. And finally, I want to thank Mr. Gonzalez for I don't know, man, just for being there and for the opportunity for me to be there and hear or see his words that made me look him up and read more. I want to quote you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you big time. Thanks.